Change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Van Orden coming to you from the Green Mountain National Forest in Woodford, Vermont. I'm out on a snowshoe run. It's my 6th or 7th run since Christmas Eve. I took a bad fall on Christmas Eve, broke 2 toes, messed up my shoulder and my arm pretty badly, and went into a kind of downward spiral. The holidays are tough enough as it is, and not being able to run or do much of anything really kind of tipped the scales in a powerfully negative direction for me. So that's why you haven't heard from me. I've been getting myself out of a hole. Anyway, I want to talk to you today about coming back, because that's what I have been working on myself. I had such a great fall, so powerfully engaged in my running again, something I never thought I would do again. I thought that running was simply off the table for me, and I found a way to get back into it and to really powerfully engage and to have some great results again. And then come Christmas Eve, that was taken away from me. So I'm learning how to get myself re-engaged, re-immersed in a powerful way without holding on to what I did this fall, without holding on to the dreams that I had about what my future might hold for me. So I'm thinking today as I run about the start line. This is something I talk a great deal about, that you can't start the race at the finish, but most people try in their head. They think about the glory, they think about the podium, they think about the weight loss, they think about the new love of their life or the new house, the new job, whatever it is that they're fantasizing about. They focus on that. They focus on the finish line. And the start line isn't all that appealing. You know, somebody says, hey, I've got a plan for you to make $10 million. And you're like, yes! You're thinking about the $10 million. And they say, okay, here's the plan. You need to take this step again and again and again and again for the next 5 years. And it's going to be challenging. It's going to be effortful. There's going to be moments where you're not going to be able to do it and you're going to have to go back and start over again. But if you follow these steps, if you put in the time, if you put in the effort, if you put in the sweat equity, in the next 5 years you will have $10 million guaranteed. Most people would be like, no, I'm going to go out and buy the Powerball ticket instead. That's more fun. It's more exciting to fantasize about the fantasy than it is to actually get present to the start line, to the place where you actually have to take the step and the ingredients or the tools that you're going to be using at that step. So I find myself now having to create a new start line all over again. I'm not going to go back to the start line I created in August, where I had certain goals and certain ideals that I wanted to move towards. I've got to scrap that. I've got to let go of that. I've got to let go of the plans that start line was moving towards. And I've got to start here, today. Where am I now? What do I have to work with? Where am I? What does my environment allow me to do? What does my current situation, finances, etc. allow me to do? My health, my toes. I've got to start there. I've got to choose this moment, accept this moment, embrace this moment, allow this moment to be here without fighting against it and without saying, I wish it were different. I've got to allow it to be the way it is and see what I can do from here. I've been having a hard time getting myself engaged, and that's okay. I accept that. That's part of my start line. And that's why I have to let go of the goals of the previous start line, because I'm not able to do the same kind of workouts that I was before. And it's not just my toes. It's that I'm having a really hard time getting myself engaged. So when I do get engaged, I've got to be very gentle. For instance, getting myself out here to snowshoe. No expectations. No desire to run faster. No desire to run harder. No desire to get a certain amount of vertical climb in. Nope. Let's just get out on the snowshoes and move and experience the wilderness. That's it. So my Tuesday interval workouts on the track, my Thursday mountain running, really hard efforts, my race every weekend, letting that go for right now. And I'm just allowing myself to get engaged. I'm allowing myself to build up from a new start line. And learning how to celebrate that. And learning how not to compare it to what I accomplished this fall or what I accomplished over the past 10 years, or compare it to what I'd hoped for this winter and spring. So I've been doing spin bike workouts now for about 3 weeks, just getting myself physically engaged, doing that. And then this week I decided that I wanted to see how the toes were for snowshoeing, and the softness of the snow and the way the snowshoe supports my foot, I'm able to do that and not compromise my toes any further. So that's where I am. That's why you haven't heard from me. And that doesn't mean that I'm not thinking about you, and it doesn't mean that I'm not making a million videos in my head and in my recorded notes. I probably recorded literally 300 video notes, videos that I want to make over this past month. So I want to find a way to give you access to that information. So I may set up a site where you can tune into my recorded thoughts, my recorded notes. Different than YouTube, something else. And I really want to focus full time on developing this information and moving it forward. So I may also set up a Patreon account so that I can continue to focus on this and not on the other ways that I'm forced to make an income now that take me away from doing the videos and writing my book, to still pay for my teeth, the work that's been done and the work that's yet to be done. So we'll see how that goes. And if you have any suggestions or thoughts, leave them in the comments below. My ears and hands are freezing, so I'm gonna go. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Most running injuries occur in newer runners who are progressing too quickly. And coming out of the gate in the spring and hitting high mileage on the roads is progressing too quickly. Essentially, you have just become a new road runner.